Hello and welcome to, and I actually know what this is called, a Little Lily Princess. What the hell am I doing today? Just a lot of princess games. A lot of princess visual novels, let's put it that way. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why? It was spring when Sarah's school life began. But the spring in London was not like any spring she had known before. The morning sun was not enough to lift the chill from the stony streets, and the mist off the rivers bended with smoke of countless chimneys to form a thick yellow fog. In such weather, the gas lamps burned night and day, flickering like stars to guide the horse-drawn ships to their destinations. But the ship that had carried her across the ocean was now a thing of the past. Here, then, was Sarah's new home. It was a big, dull brick house, exactly like all the others in its row, except that the front door there shone like a brass plate. Shone there a brass plate which was engraved in black letters. Miss Minchin's Select Cemetery for Young Ladies. Oh God. Girls, gather around if you please. Come, hurry up. We have a new pupil who will be joining us starting today. Her name is Sarah Crewe? Crewe. And she has only recently arrived in England, so you must all make her feel welcome. How do you do? The room filled with a chorus of gently mumbled greetings. Sarah Crewe, for that was her name, looked up upon the garden of strangers. Every face turned to her, polite and attentive and perfect foreign. She felt more lost than she had ever been at sea. Sarah, dear, as you can see, we have pupils here of all levels, but these three are particularly near your age. Miss Laverton Herbert, charmed. Miss Immigrad St. John, and Miss Jessica Albert. Wait, what? Really? We're very pleased to meet you. What the hell? I'm very pleased to meet you as well. I have never known many girls near my age, nor any other age. Sarah's life before that point had not been isolated but sheltered. Her mother had died when she was born, leaving Sarah to be raised by the young handsome father who was the only relation she had ever known. Some fathers have little time for their children, but Sarah and her papa had never been quite close. Had always been quite close. Sorry, read that wrong. Reading books and playing games together every day. He treated her as a little confidant, sharing his thoughts with her as if she was his peer, not a very young girl. Listened solemnly to the advice she gave in return, though he didn't always follow it. Sarah never felt lonely, but it must be said that she had very little experience making new friends. Sarah's father, Captain Crewe, makes his home in India, and he is returning there as we speak. I shall expect you all to be very agreeable to her. Now, Sarah, take your seat. Your father has informed me of how much you enjoy your studies, and I expect you to be a credit to this establishment. I'm not certain how to become a credit, but I do wish to learn. This statement is met with muffled giggles. Confused, Sarah looked back at Miss Minchin for guidance. Take your seat, I said. But which seat is mine? Concerned that she would look disobedient if she hesitated further, she slid into the nearest empty space. No one objected, and she let out a sigh of relief. Nearby, two girls turned to whisper to each other. Oh God. What a way she is of speaking, so old-fashioned. Hush. And her eyes are such a queer color, a funny-looking child, to be sure. Well, she isn't pretty as the other pretty people are, but there's something about her. She makes you want to look at her again, to see what it is. And she has tremendously long eyelashes. Only you would notice such a thing. Girls, kindly pay attention to your lessons. Yes, Miss Minchin. I don't want to say Munchkin, but it sounds like Munchkin. So choose activities for Sarah to perform each day. Each activity has 3 possible outcomes, which will change the icons you receive. At the end of the week, Sarah icons will collect and turn into resources. Icons are only converted at the end of the week. Until then, they can be changed or lost by other activities. Plan an order of your activities in order to get the best results. Oh shit. Become knowledge. Become artistry. Become patient. Become sympathy. Become grace. Become belief. Become vigor. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, so... Oh god, it's like that one game. Okay, Okay, gain, Gain, I think it's fate, artistry, sympathy, and vigor. Gain vigor or gain artistry to half artistry. Oh shit. Let's read a book, practice dance, go for a walk, read another book, and practice dance again. Let's see how this works. Monday. Now that the schedule you have set will be carried out, for each weekday, Sarah will point to the randomly chosen result. Those icons will appear at the right side of the screen. You do not have to click to advance days. It will happen automatically. You can adjust the speed of the activities in the performance menu. Remember, icons are only converted to resources at the end of the week. The result of a double all will double your current knowledge icons, but not your long-term knowledge resource. Got it. Okay. Okay, so reading, I gained 3 of those. I don't have any of that. Gained walking, gained. Okay. Gained some more books. Friday. Gain vigor. Oh, fuck, what was time? Okay. Gain 4 knowledge, 1 vigor, 1 patience, and 1 grace. Okay. My room. My 2 rooms. Just for me. Sarah is what is known as a parlor boarder, where other girls were quartered in standard issue single rooms. She had a large bedroom, uniquely decorated in a separate sitting room with a comfortable sofa. My papa has filled them with beautiful things: book, velvet cushions, lace dresses, and a porcelain tea set. Hats with great feathers that bob on them. Even a tiger rung to remind me of India. Looks like a room that would belong to the daughter of a Raja, an Indian princess. I think I butchered that word, FYI. I only wish this room also contained my papa. Oh, perhaps it does. He gave me all these things, and whenever I touch them, I can imagine that he is with me. and then I read his fair weather letter, I can hear his voice. Oh God, here we go. My dear little missus, so you are here. So here you are, in the place you always knew you must go. But be of good cheer. You will not have to stay there for a very long time. There will be a lot of little girls, and you will play together. And I will send you plenty of books, and you will grow so fast that it will seem scarcely a year before you are big enough and clever enough to come back and take care of Papa. I am not in the least, oh God, anxious about your education. You are always sitting with your little nose burrowed into books, gobbling them up as if you were a little wolf instead of a little girl. I have instructed Miss Minchin to drag you away from your books when you read too much and make you go and ride your pony in the row or buy a new doll. You ought to play more with the doll. You ought to play more with dolls. Oh, Papa, if I was about a new day every day, I should have too many to be able to make friends with them all. I am happiest with just Emily, and happier because I was with you when I met her. Emily, of course, was the name of a doll, a very special doll that Sarah had discovered when her papa took her to visit the premier toy shops of London. She was a large doll, but not too large to carry easily. She had naturally curling golden brown hair, which hung like a mane about her, and her eyes were deep, clear blue-gray, with soft, thick eyelashes, which were real eyelashes, not painted lines. At Sarah's insistence, she had been given a wardrobe every bit as grand as Sarah's own, with frocks and coats and nightgowns and beautiful lace-trimmed underlings. She even had her own tiny lady's handkerchief and her own cradle bed at the foot of Sarah's. Oh, what the hell? Okay, what the... This is the second game in a row, because I'm mass recording these, that I have played a game that had a rich girl with a doll theme. What the hell is going on with my playlist? Sarah lifted Emily up into her lap and smiled at her, just as she would another little girl. My papa must be on sea now. Emily, you must be very great friends to each other, intimate friends, and tell each other, look at me, Emily. You have the nicest soft eyes I have ever seen, but I wish you could speak. If that doll starts speaking, I'm punting it across the room, just FYI. She brushes Emily's hair fondly, setting her pride of place. There's so many girls in this school. I've never seen so many children in one place before. I'm afraid I'm not even remember all their names. I've always known that someday I would be required to go away, to leave my home and my papa and come to England to be educated. I must do my duty, even if I do not like it. I dare say soldiers, even brave ones, don't really like going into battle, but they must do anyways, and not cry and fuss. So must I. But oh, it is so lonely. She could not know, of course, that her quiet sorrow might be misinterpreted by others. Miss Minchin, I can't pronounce that, had seen the lavish preparation for Sarah's pretty little room, and concluded that here was a child who had always been given her own way at the expense of others. Such a spoiled little girl might expect to kick and scream and set the whole house into an uproar when abandoned by her only parent. That she did not suggest to Miss Minchin that Sarah cared nothing at all for her papa, but only for her dresses and toys. Such was not a thought that inspired sympathy in the heart for the newcomer. Just then came a sound at the door of Sarah's room. Sarah was not a girl easily given fear or startlement, But she had a healthy share of curiosity, and when it came at once to see who it was. Outside sat a little girl, right in front of the bottom of the middle hall, her baby plump legs spread and the lace of her petticoats askew as if she had just toppled over, which, in fact, she did. Hello there, who might you be? Me Lilito. Words were hard to make through the fingers she had shoved into her mouth. Lolatin? The fingers were withdrawn and wiped dryly on the frills of her skirt. Lolatin Laho. Sarah smiled. Here, then, was a chance to meet just one person at a time, instead of a crowd of strangers. Well then, I am Sarah Cruy, and now we have been properly introduced. She held out her hand and helped the little girl to her feet. Was there something you wanted? May I look at your doll? Of course you may. Come in and visit my room. We can have tea together. My papa left me a beautiful tea set with lilies printed on it. Emily has her own service as well, size for her hand, because she's so small. She is too small to hold one of my cups. I want to see. Come inside then, and I will introduce you to Emily. Oh my god. And that was Sarah's first week of classes in Miss Minchin's Select Cemetery for Young Ladies. Holy shit. On weekends, you can spend resources you have collected in order to unlock scenes with different characters. The requirements for each will be listed in the box next to the character. If an event requires 5 belief, you must have at least 5 belief on the left-hand side of the screen in order to play event. Playing the event will lower your current belief by 5. Some scenes will not be available until later in the story. Others can only be played early in the game. Pay attention to the requirements. It is best to focus your attention on only 2 or 3 characters in order to have time to play all of their scenes. Oh god, this is gonna be fun. Okay, not available, I don't have 5. I can only do the event with Jessica. Let's play. What the fuck am I doing? Oh god. Oh, that's why. Oops. Oh, I can skip too, that's amazing. Jessica, what's up? Hello, Sarah. May I come to visit? Sarah rose to her feet at once. You're very welcome. Please come inside. Jessica stepped into the room and then held her skirt to drop into a delicate curtsy as a greeting. I know we've been introduced, but I wish to make your acquaintance more personally, and without Levy listening in. Levy, I thought you and she were best of friends. Of course we are. I adore her. She's so classical, so elegant and focused. I admire her very much. However, sometimes it's nicer to do things for oneself. Are those real silk stockings you're wearing? Sarah blinked, kind of worried by the change of topic. Oh god. Yes, I have several pairs. My papa took me to many shops while he was in London. They're darling. Mine are only beast cotton. May I see the pattern? Sarah sat down in her comfortable armchair, lifting the hem of her skirt slightly so the floral embroidery over her ankles were visible. What little feet you have. I have never saw such little feet. Are they small? She raised her leg a bit, pointing her toes and moving her foot this way and that. They seem the same size they have. Oh, blah blah blah. They seem the same size that they always have been, even though I know they must have been smaller when I was younger. I'm sure Lilette's feet were smaller than mine, and Emily's, of course, are the smallest of all. Emily is the doll that my papa bought me on to be my companion. Sarah stood up and lifted Emily into her arms for Jessica to admire. Or Jessica, no, Jessie, I don't know how to pronounce it. Emily, this is Jessica Albert, my new friend. The older girl dropped into a beautiful curtsy, then laughed. Oh, she has silk stockings too. Stockings for teeny weeny feet. How cute. But you do have small feet for your height, Sarah. I am sure you do. Look at mine. What the fuck am I doing? Sarah pressed her foot along Jessie pressed her foot along Sarah's for comparison. I don't know whether larger or smaller feet are better, for dancing, I mean. Oh, if you dance with a partner, small feet would be better to avoid being stepped on, and they look very stylish in slippers. Slippers are cuter if they are smaller, but larger feet might be better for holding positions and standing on your toe. Smaller feet may not be as strong. Okay, so what I have learned so far is Jessie has a foot fetish. I'm horrible. Your feet have a good shape, though. They arch well. They're very pretty. Can feet be pretty? Jessie has a foot fetish, so yes. Colonel Granger's little daughter, Isabel, in India, she was the prettiest girl I've ever known. All the gentlemen said she was the beauty of the regiment. She had dimples and round, rosy cheeks, and pale blue eyes, long curly hair, the color of gold, and everyone said those things were very pretty. No one ever spoke of her feet. I suppose if feet can be pretty, then perhaps I do have pretty feet. I know the rest of me is not. What? My hair is too black and straight and short, and I am too thin, and my eyes are a strange color. What the hell? That's weird. You do not have the same kind of beauty that dolls are made of, but that does not mean you aren't pretty. I think you are quite interesting to look at. Sarah did not wish to contradict her new friend, who had no reason to lie, but her inner conviction knew that she was an ugly little girl who could not be so easily dispelled. Will you show me the rest of your dolls and clothes? Do all your petticoats have so many frills? Do you think any of them would fit me? I don't know. I suppose we can find out. New week. Oh my god. Okay, so this is where we're stopping because we just went through a week and oh my god, what the hell am I playing? Why? Why am I doing this? I'll see you guys later.